The legislature is coming back to Austin in January. And the first thing they have to do is make sure there's enough money to pay for the current state budget. Texas has a 2-year budget, so we're really only about 2/3 of the way through because it goes all the way through to the end of August. Now, you may have heard that the controllers already said that the legislature is going to have $4 or maybe even $4.5 billion less than he had expected to help pay for this current state budget. And last summer, the governor and state leadership required some state agencies to cut back a little bit on their services to try to maintain the budget. But it's not really going to be that difficult because luckily, Texas has a very large savings account. It's known as the Rainy Day Fund. The official name is the Economic Stabilization Fund. That came in place in the late 1980s when the Texas state budget was much more dependent on oil and gas revenue than it is now, and oil prices just fell off the roof. The legislature had to actually have special sessions just to cut the budget. They didn't want to have to go through that again, so they set up a savings account that automatically deposits money from oil and gas revenue over a certain amount. And it's now grown quite large. It's going to have more than $8 billion in it. In other words, more than enough to cover the $4.5 billion that we may be short for the current state budget. So that's the first thing the legislature has to do, is to finish funding the state budget that we're already in, and in fact, maybe even add something to it because we have unexpected expenses, quite obviously, because the schools are having to deal with virtual learning, public health services and hospitals are having to deal with stuff they never could have imagined, but we have the money available in the Rainy Day Fund. That's what it's for, and the legislature should use it.